Hi, welcome to RAR Math and my continuing series of videos on solving systems of equation application problems. For my next application problem, we are talking about a financial news network that charges different amounts for prime time usage and non-prime time usage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by saying P stands for prime time, and what it is, it's the cost per minute. So P is how much they charge per minute of prime time usage. We're going to use N to be the non-prime time. And once again, this is the cost per minute. So for the first customer, there are two customers in here. For the first customer, let's see. The first customer is on prime time for 50 minutes. So we take 50 times the cost per minute. 50 minutes times the cost per minute will get the cost they're charged for prime time minutes. And they are on the non-prime time for 70 minutes. So plus 70N will give us the amount that they're charged for non-prime time minutes. And then the total charge that the person's being charged is $10.75. Then we have customer 2. Let's see, customer 2 is doing prime time for 60 minutes. So 60 times P is the charge for the prime time minutes. And 90 minutes for non-prime time, so 90N, for a total of $13.35. And here we have our system of equations. Now this system of equations is a little bit more challenging in ones than some of my other videos because, first of all, 50 doesn't go into 60, 70 doesn't go into 90. These numbers are a little bit bigger than other examples we've used. And to be able to eliminate one of our variables, we need to get the coefficient, and coefficient just means number multiplied to variable. We're going to have to get the coefficients for one of the variables equal in size and opposite in sign. So I either need to get the 70 and 90 the same or the 50 and 60. I'm going to choose the 50 and 60 for no other reason than they're the smaller pair of numbers. To get the 50 and 60 to be the same, I'm going to multiply my first equation through by 6. If I multiply it by 6, I'm going to get 300P plus 420N is equal to 6450. Now, I'm going to multiply the second equation through not just by 5, but by a -5. And I'm going to do it in -5 because I have found when you try to subtract equations, you'll be really good at subtracting the first term. But by the time you get to that third term, you're probably going to be adding. But if you simply multiply through by a negative number, so I get -300P minus 450N equals -6675. I can now add down, the negatives have been taken care of for me. I get -30N is equal to -2.25. And when I divide both sides by -30, I get that N is equal to 0.075. So this means that the non-prime time costs 7.5 pennies per minute. So now what I need to do is I need to figure out the cost for prime time. I'm going to use the first equation, this 50P plus 70N equals 1075, and I'm going to substitute what I just got in for N so that I have one equation with one variable. So I'm going to take this and say 50P plus 70 times 0.075 equals 1075. All right, so 50P plus 70 times 0.075 is 5.25 equals 1075. I'm going to subtract the 5.25 from both sides so that I have 50P is equal to 5.5, divide, and P is equal to 0.11, which means that you're paying 11 cents per minute for prime time. We did a lot of calculations. We have a lot of big numbers. We have a lot of decimal numbers. There is so many places we could have made a simple mistake. we know that this 0.075 and this 0.11 work for customer 1. If it works for customer 2, we can be pretty secure in our answer. So I'm just going to check my work. I'm going to take 60 times 0.11 plus 90, 0.075, and find out, does this equal 13.35? That's 6.6 plus 6.75, and sure enough, that works. So to end this, I'm going to say the customer pays 11 cents for prime time and 0.075 for non-prime time. And I have my answer. I hope you have learned something from this video. I hope you enjoy all of my videos. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my Facebook page, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.